Good morning. I am off to the ATM for some money to book another night here. I keep extending my stay here, and I also need money for a motorbike. I am going to rent a motorbike. I'm both excited and scared because I've never ridden one before, so this could get interesting. Well, that was easy. There's an ATM right across the street, so I've got money. Just gonna buy some snacks from the lady down the street, and then I'm gonna ask if I can rent a motorbike. Don't think you'll see any b-roll of me riding because I don't know how to ride, let alone shoot b-roll while I'm riding. So this might be a transition to my end destination. Survived the drive, made it to the waterfall. 5,000 to park and I think it's 20,000 to enter, so let's explore the waterfall. There's a bear rescue center of sorts, and you can see bears here. The entrance fee turned out to be 25,000, but I'd say that's still pretty good. The ride here wasn't as bad as they said. Like the guy from my hostel said, the road is quite bad, drive slowly because you've never driven before, but honestly it was fine. Like yes, I might have been the slowest one. It did take me an hour and 15 minutes to get here. But I did stop for some photos, so I think in total maybe an hour, but it was fine. Oh my gosh, I see the waterfall, or at least the start of it. This is gorgeous. This place is so beautiful. I also have a feeling that maybe I should have gone the other way. This does not feel like a path everybody takes, but it's nice and quiet. I think I'm just gonna go back, and then here's the thing, I crossed the water at the start. I don't know if I can cross this water again there, and I feel like the other side is where you have to be. So since I can't cross the water, at least not here, and I don't want to continue walking and then have to turn all the way back, I think I'm gonna go back right now and then hike this up again on the other side. I'm curious to see how busy it'll be, but I'm also quite curious to see if there's anybody swimming. Now, I've done my research and there were several blogs that said that you can hike up to all the way to the top. Like you're not allowed to, but technically you can hike up. And I feel like that's something that I would like to do. And I would love to go swimming, but like I'm wearing a sweater right now and I'm like not that warm. I could have done with long pants, let alone go swimming in this ice cold, freezing cold water. So I don't know if I'll go in. I really want to go in, but I might just wait until it's a little bit warmer. Definitely, which way did I come from? I'm definitely gonna make sure my hair doesn't get wet because on the scooter it was also quite chilly, but you go up like mountains and then down again. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can swim. It looks so inviting to swim in, but I don't think it's hot enough to go swimming. Oh. I've already made like 200 photos. I see the big waterfall. It's so big. This place is stunning. Wow. Disclaimer, I'm not promoting you break the law abroad or in your own country, but hypothetically speaking, sometimes you have to be a little bit rebellious. The waterfall's about 100 meters high, so that is what you'll have to climb to go up. I think I'm at the top. Not sure if this is the top that you usually weren't supposed to go to, because I've seen no, like, I've read online that there's a barrier that you can go underneath. But I've seen nothing so far, so maybe you're allowed to go. Well, I have gotten rid of my sweater and it is quite warm. I don't think it's warm enough to go in and swim, but on the one hand I really want to. So according to Google, I missed the path to go to the secret pool, but that's okay. This is beautiful enough and I'm not gonna swim anyway. This is stunning! And then behind me you've got more pools. So gorgeous. Since we're not allowed to go to the other side, we have to go down the same way, so I might actually go and try to find the pool, because we're going down the same way anyways. I think I found it, but they've got barbed wire now, so I'm not getting in. Yeah, you could have walked from there, I don't know if you can tell, all the way there. That's the pool. That's really sad. But part of me is kind of happy. Well, not happy, I would have loved to see the view, but part of me is kind of happy that I can get in, because now I don't have to decide whether or not I want to swim. Now I just don't swim because it's not possible. You can swim in the lower levels, but if I was going to swim anywhere, it would have been like that pool. It's too bad. However, it is still well worth going to the top. This was one of the highlights of the trip so far. This is just amazing. The plan for now is to bike back to like the center of town, which I think will take me about an hour with the speed that I'm going, and then I'm gonna have some lunch and figure out if I will go to another waterfall. Now comes the real struggle. I have no idea what my bike looks like, and it's not like a car where the lights will flash if you press a button, so it might take a while. The drive is absolutely gorgeous. And I feel like the TikTok trend, like POV or unemployed friend on a random like Thursday afternoon. This feels like the absolute freedom. I am not bound to any tour. I am traveling for, well, I want to say a year, but 8 more months. I rented a motorbike. I'm in Laos. I can do whatever I want. I'm happy. This is happiness. This is absolutely great. And I keep checking for traffic, sorry. Have I even mentioned where I've gone? I've gone to Sai Waterfall. It's kind of like Kuang Waterfall, but smaller and I think less touristy, although there's still quite a few people. I'm gonna have way too much footage. Okay, so from what I can tell so far, you can swim in a lot more places. Is it touristy? Yes, there are quite a few people here. But the further I walk this way, the better it gets. So like everybody's at the start. Not a lot of people are swimming, but neither were they at Kuang Falls. At the other waterfall, so I don't know. I think you can easily do both in one day, so I'll do that. I'll say it, this might be better than Kuang Falls. You know, that's a very big statement, but it's a lot less busy. Like as soon as you go up, everybody just stays at the bottom, but well worth it. That doesn't look too good. It really is too bad that the bridge collapsed, because you can walk all the way there, like over there, and I think down there. That would have been cool. I'm not saying this is, well, I am kind of saying that this is better than the other one, because solely because if you go higher, there's nobody here, or barely anybody. But I would say go to both. But this one's better. I spent my last change at parking, so when I wanted to take the boat I only had 100,000 and the guy didn't have any change for that. So there was this lovely girl who just paid for me, and she just came looking for me, and she said, or we ran into each other, and she's like, oh, I'm the one who paid for you. So I was like, oh, I've just paid for my ticket, so I have change now, I can pay you back. She's like, no, I don't want your money, but you should have the ticket and show it to them. And I'm like, I never got a ticket. So she's like, oh, you have to go with the same guy, the same boat. And I'm like, I don't remember who that was. Alright, I think that concludes my waterfall tour of today. I think I'm gonna bike back because it takes me a little bit longer than most people. But that's okay because it's only my first time. And then I think I'm just gonna park the bike at my hostel. Technically I have it until 8 Technically I have it until 8 tomorrow morning, but I think I'm just gonna hand him the key and I think that's gonna be it. But it was so much fun. This was such a great day. And Laos, you are amazing. This place is just so magical. Both the waterfalls, to be honest, but with the sun. And I read reviews of people who were here 2 weeks ago, and apparently, like, I guess it's still rainy season, I'm not entirely sure. But they were all, like, the waterfalls were very, very, like, big and harsh and muddy and brown. So I feel very, very lucky that I got to experience them with the blue colors. It's really, really wonderful. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Is it busy? Yes, but it's not touristy because I looked around and there's just a lot of locals eating, picnicking, whatever they're doing. So busy, yes, touristy, no. I've had funner roads. Normal road. I made it back safe and sound. Now, there is one thing though. I was driving without a valid driver's license, which, okay, so let me explain. Before I left, I knew there was a high chance that I was going to rent a scooter, so I got an international driver's license. But there's like 3 options that you can get, and I chose the one that covers pretty much all countries in Southeast Asia, all but one. And I will give you a moment to decide which one that might be. Laos, of course. So I did bring my international driver's license with me all day. I never got stopped, so but I would have just shown that. If not, then I would have gotten a fine. But I mean, can't be that much. And yeah, I mean, I've heard from people who've been fined for not having an international driver's license in Thailand, and they were fined like, I don't know, like $10 or something. It's not that much. But yeah, it was very, very fun. I definitely think I'm gonna rent more scooters. I was very, very slow. Like, you couldn't run next to me, but I mean, there were parts where, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I just took my time, but you can definitely do both in one day, both waterfalls. And like Kuang waterfall, the last kilometer of the like smaller waterfall was a little bit sketchy, but other than that, if you've never driven a scooter before, just rent one. You can definitely go to Kuang. Just take your time, don't be in a rush, and make sure you don't go through any potholes. There are so many potholes on the roads, but just go around them. And if you're unsure, just stop for a minute, take a breather, have a drink, I don't know, and then try again. But it was such a good day. I couldn't stop smiling. The waterfalls were absolutely beautiful. I loved riding the scooter. The views along the way were stunning, which I've been trying to like show you a little bit, but I'm not comfortable with like one hand. So I think the B-roll footage of that has been limited, but that's okay. And ever since like week 2 of this trip, I've been craving pizza and pasta. Now there is a sort of like an Italian restaurant nearby. They do both pizza and pasta, but I've seen their pasta and it doesn't look, let's just say the pizza looks better, and they have a pizza oven, so I think I'm going for pizza. I think I deserve that after today, and it's not gonna be as cheap as some of the other foods that you can try here, but I just really want a pizza. So yeah, I'm gonna get a pizza, and that's gonna be today, and it's been an absolutely fantastic day. Laos is beautiful, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Oh, this is an interesting ride. There's roosters on top of this van. Pretty sure there's cats in boxes. They're cramming too many people in one minivan. The driver drives like crazy. This is how not to travel out.